imagine waking up one day, only to find that your entire village has vanished. The houses are empty, the fires have gone cold, and the only sound you hear is the icy wind howling through the narrow paths. No children, no elders, no barking dogs, not even a single footprint, as if life itself had stopped, as if the earth had swallowed everyone whole. This isn't a scene from a horror movie, nor a science fiction story. It's a real incident recorded in early 20th century Canada, the mysterious disappearance of the Anjikuni village, one of the most chilling unsolved mysteries in modern Canadian history. Anjikuni village was located in a remote area of northern Canada, near a frozen lake bearing the same name. It was home to a small Inuit tribe who had long adapted to the harsh life of ice and snow. They lived off hunting and shared stories by the warmth of their nightly fires, a quiet, close-knit village where everyone knew each other and secrets rarely existed. But during one winter in 1931, something unimaginable happened. That day, a hunter named Joe LaBelle, a man known among the tribes for his travels and trading, was on his usual route toward Anjikuni. He had visited the village many times before and knew its paths by heart, but that winter felt different. As he approached, an eerie silence filled the air, a silence far heavier than the calm of snow. He expected to see smoke rising from chimneys, to hear barking dogs, or the laughter of children. But there was nothing. No sound, no movement, no life. Cautiously, Joe LaBelle stepped into the first cabin, and what he saw froze him in place. The cabin looked as if it had been abandoned just minutes ago. The fire still burned faintly, its embers glowing weakly. A pot of food was half frozen on the stove, and cups of tea were half full on the table. Clothes hung neatly on hooks, rifles leaned against the walls, as if everyone had left in a hurry and never came back. He moved from one cabin to another. The same eerie scene repeated itself every time. Everything was in place, except the people. No signs of struggle, no blood, no footprints. Even the dogs once tied outside were found dead, lying motionless in the snow, their bodies frozen stiff. But strangely, they were no longer tied, as if someone had released them only to let them freeze to death. Terrified, Joe LaBelle fled the village, trekking for days through the blizzard until he reached the nearest police station. There, trembling and exhausted, he told officers what he had seen. At first, they didn't believe him, but days later, a police team followed him back to the site, and what they found left them stunned. Every cabin was exactly as he described. Food untouched, belongings in place, but no trace of life. And then, they discovered something even stranger. On a small hill nearby, the village cemetery lay disturbed. Several graves had been opened and the coffins inside were empty. There were no signs of theft, no vandalism. It looked deliberate, precise, almost surgical. At the edge of the village, they also found a shattered wooden sled, and near it odd circular markings in the snow. Not human, not animal. Perfectly shaped rings, as if pressed into the ice by something mechanical or otherworldly. News of the discovery spread quickly across Canada. Some dismissed it as a hoax, but others claimed to have seen strange lights in the sky around that same time, blue and green glows hovering over the Anjikuni area, moving slowly before vanishing into the night. Over time, many theories tried to explain what happened. The first theory claimed that a sudden blizzard forced the villagers to flee toward the forest, where they got lost and froze to death, but no bodies were ever found despite weeks of extensive search missions. The second theory suggested a secret government experiment gone wrong. During that era, Canadian military labs were rumored to be testing sound waves and electromagnetic energy. Perhaps, they said, an experiment misfired, causing people to vanish or shift into another dimension entirely. And the third theory, the most bizarre of all, claimed that the villagers were abducted by extraterrestrial beings. Witnesses of the strange skylights believed they saw a spacecraft descend near the frozen lake, taking the villagers with it. And oddly enough, reports claimed that Lake Anjikuni's water levels changed drastically soon after rising and falling in unnatural patterns. Decades passed, and the story of Anjikuni village became one of Canada's greatest unsolved mysteries. No survivors, no remains, no official explanation. Even the original police reports, those first-hand accounts, mysteriously vanished from public archives years later. Today, nearly a century later, the site remains empty, buried beneath thick snow and silence. The cabins, now mere wooden ghosts, stand as cold reminders of what once was. Locals who wander near say they always feel watched. Some hear whispers in the wind. Others swear they've seen faint shadows moving between the ruins. So what really happened to Anjikuni? Did the villagers vanish into thin air? Were they victims of a secret experiment or travelers to another world? Was it a curse, a cover-up, or something beyond human understanding? No one knows for sure. But one thing remains certain: whatever happened in that frozen village still chills the hearts of those who hear the story. What do you think? Could an entire village truly disappear without a trace? Or is there a truth the Canadian government has buried under decades of ice and secrecy? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more mysterious stories, because in this world, truth is often stranger than fiction.